Yo, RX back with another breakdown of Road to UFC Season 4 semi-finals. We back with another recap and a first time recap with another breakdown. You can tell I'm not used to doing breakdowns of not UFC cards. Another breakdown of a card, show, series, tournament, whatever you want to call it, that is the Road to UFC. I can't really give it a term. It's the Road to UFC. Yeah, this is weird. I've never done a breakdown of something that's not a Apex card, a Fight Night, or pay-per-view. This is really, I've never done Contender Series breakdown, and I never will, because I don't know anyone on there. I've never, of course, Tough is fucking useless because it's pre-taped, and I've never done a Road to UFC breakdown because for the first round I didn't know anybody, and then before that I was barely watching it to begin with, so this is really the first time I watched the first round of all the fights not long after they happened. Excuse me. I now know everyone who's in the tournament. There is even 2 UFC fights on this card, like legit UFC fights. And yeah, it's interesting. It's very interesting. And again, it's weird doing a breakdown of something that's not a card. And of course, we will be doing a Shanghai breakdown tomorrow. But yeah, this is weird. This is really weird to do, but I'm not upset about it. This is cool. I'm happy I'm happy the UFC is giving me the ability to do something else outside just their cards. Again, I will never do Contender Series breakdowns, of course, recaps, and Ultimate Fighter, of course, again, no. But Road to UFC, that's a first. I did a recap for the first round, which, if you want to go watch that, you can before all this happened. But, yeah. The semifinals, because if you don't know what Road to UFC is, I don't blame you, because no one really does or cares. But what they do about 4 tournaments for, I think, this season it's flyweight, bantamweight, featherweight, and lightweight, and it's over in Japan, Shanghai, China, whatever. And they do a tournament, an 8-man tournament. Sometimes they do females, obviously with Ming right there, but this one is all guys. It's the 4 male tournaments, and now they did round 1 a couple months back. Now this is the semifinals, and the winners of these fights will fight each other in the finales on a real UFC card. I don't know when, December, I would imagine. And yeah, so it's just a tournament. So, and obviously we've got a lot of fighters in the UFC from Road to UFC. Just look at the cards this week: Long Zhao, Su Young. So we got some talent from the best fighter from Road to UFC so far. Oh well, fuck, he's main eventing on Saturday, Yang. So there's been some talent from this, but there's also been a lot of waste of time signing, so all depends. I think there's some really good fighters in these tournaments, at least after their first round matchups, and we'll see if that holds true after the fact. And again, I'm excited for this. I will not be watching this live because that's 6 a.m. on Friday. No. I will be rewatching it throughout Friday and then recording the recap for it before the card on Friday night. And then I'll have the recap for this out on Saturday, so be ready for that. And yeah, I'm excited to do this. So, can I stop rambling now? I think I've said everything I wanted to say. So, let's just finally get into this shit, shall we? I think I've rambled enough. First ever breakdown. That's not a UFC card per se. I know it's still the UFC, but you know what I mean. And I'm excited. Hope you are as well. For 6 people who care about the Road to UFC. And I'm excited to do this. I think it's gonna be good. So let's talk about it. Let's break it down. And let's do it. Last thing I'll say before I get into all that is the normal YouTube bullshit. Please comment, and subscribe to go 200 subs to go by the end of 2025. And with that being said, I don't think there's anything else to really be said, unless I'm wrong, which I don't believe I am. I think the only thing left to say now is, you ready to break down some Road to UFC? I guess I am for the first time, so let's do it. Road to UFC semifinals breakdown. Begin. The only other thing I'll say is, I know right now this is how the card looks. Usually they break the cards into like sets, like episode 1, episode 2, which is fucking stupid. But I'm not sure if they're gonna do that. Not like it really matters, but like if like this is how it looks in Tapology right now. By the time like I do the recap, if it's like episode 6 and 7 or whatever, then that's why they like to break it into episodes for some fucking reason. Instead of just doing one long card, which would actually make sense. They decide not to, so whatever. Let's get into our first fight, our first ever Road to UFC breakdown, and we don't begin with a tournament fight or a UFC fight. We begin with a kind of a contender series fight is what these are. These non-tournament fights on these cards with non-UFC fighters are contender series fights. This is how Zhang Ming Yang got into UFC, through a fight like this. So let's get into it, as with our first of 11 fights on the Road to UFC semifinals episode show thing, whatever. We begin the morning, but I guess there it would be night, with our one and only non-tournament bout. That's not the main events. We have in our first breakdown of Road to UFC, or the first fight we've ever broken down from it, Yoon Sung Jang versus Kitt the Killer Campbell. I don't know too much about one of these guys, and I know a little bit about the other, so, you know, interesting. I guess let's talk about it. Let's talk about our first fighter, and the only fighter on this card I know nothing about because I've never seen him before. Yoon Sung Jang, 7-1, 22 years old, coming from the Korean Zombies camp. That's interesting. On a long winning streak. Not really much I can say about him. I've never seen this dude a day in my life until I clicked on this fight 2 seconds ago. Again, this is just a contender series fight, so we see what these guys can do. Again, 7-1, 22 years old, that's a pretty good record from the Korean Zombies camp. Been up and down how good talent is from there. This dude, I guess, beat Takashi Sato, who was a UFC fighter for a long time, a terrible one, but he was in the UFC. I really can't say much about this dude. I have no idea who the fuck he is. I've never seen him a day in my life, so let's see what this dude can do. Let's see if he makes the most of this opportunity, and if he can get a contract. So, good luck to the guy. We'll see what Yoon Sung Jang can do. I've never seen him before in my life, so good luck. And for his opponent, the guy who I have seen fight before, because he was on the first set of Road to UFC they did a few months back. He was in, this is his second contender series type of fight on Road to UFC. The opponent, the Australian Kitt Campbell, 15-7, 31 years old, 6'2", very tall. Like I said, he was already on the Road to UFC a couple months ago when he did get a win here. I guess that he did not impress enough to get a contract, but he did look good here. Quick 56-second win. So they're giving him another chance, this time against someone who's not a dwarf compared to him. So that's interesting. Not very much I can say about Campbell, because he only fought for 56 seconds in that first fight. He looked good, though. He looked good against a guy way shorter than him, so we'll see how he does against someone more his size. And we'll see how he does. I see his last loss was a couple years ago against Kevin Jusay, who was in the UFC, and he was a pretty alright fighter. Did have a weird 3-fight losing streak, so yeah, clearly this dude's not great. He's kind of up and down, but yeah, he's lengthy. He looked good in his first Road to UFC fight. Maybe he'll impress here and get the contract. Not really sure what else to say. let's see what Kitt Campbell gonna do in his second attempt. The batting outs for Szalay have Yoon Sung Jang. God, that's not easy to say. Or Jang Yoon Sung would probably be easier for how you're meant to say it. He is the small favorite here. Not sure if I agree or disagree because I've only seen one of these two ever fight. So not really much to say here. This is going to be my least logical prediction and breakdown of this whole card because I don't know really what to say here. Good luck to both these guys. Hopefully the winner looks good and gets a contract, and this is not a waste of time. And since I'll be making picks, I guess I'll pick the fighter I know. I'll go Kitt Campbell. Fuck it. I know him. He looked good in the first fight. Let's see what he can do against Yoon Sung Jang. This is at welterweight, so we could be getting a new welterweight prospect here. And, yeah, that's about that. Not very much to say about our first fight. I don't know who this is, and I barely know who this is, because he only fought for 56 seconds, so... Good luck. Hopefully we get a good prospect out of that, and it's not a waste of time, and, it should be fun. Give me the Australian, give me the guy I've actually seen fight before, give me Kitt Campbell by... I'll go decision, fuck it. So, there you go. Not my best pick of the night, but... because I have no idea who the fuck that first guy is. But again, that's more of a contender series fight. This is where we actually get into breakdowns in the tournament and what I actually do know and why I'm doing this. So, and plus the 2 final fights are UFC fights, so I want to break those down as well. But first, we gotta get through all the tournament fights. There are a lot. A fucking lot. So let's not waste any time. Let's get into it. As we begin with our first of 2 bantamweight semifinals. This one's good. This is a very good one. Both bantamweight semifinals are good. Most of these weight classes have interesting semifinals. I think only one is kind of and we'll talk about those when we get to those. But we start our tournament fights with a really good fight. This should be really fun. As we have in our first tournament fight of the night in the bantamweight division, our first of 2 there. A very interesting fight I'm excited for, as we have our first tournament fight of the night, our second fight of the night overall. And by the way, I'm gonna butcher most of these names, so if that's annoying to you, you can turn off now. As we have Shuai Black Panther Yin versus Aaron Tausenup Tao. It's not Toe or whatever the fuck it's Aaron Tao. Good fight. This is a very good fight after seeing their semifinal fights. We got a guy we do got Tao coming back from the Contender Series I think last year. And then we got Yin coming off a good semifinal performance or first round performance. This is a good one. This is a very good one to begin the bantamweight semifinals, and I'm excited for this one, so I'm excited for most of these, so let's get into it. As we begin with our first tournament fighter of the night, Shuai Yin, 18-5, 27 years old. In his first round matchup, he did beat Kai Yoshida in a pretty... was that who I think it was? Yes, he beat the shit out of this poor guy. This guy pretty much had nothing for him, and he kind of just beat the shit out of him. Looked pretty good doing it. So, and this is his second attempt on a road to UFC. He did lose to Kira Shota in his first attempt, which is not a really good look, because that dude was pretty shitty. Like, this dude is the guy who got knocked down in the finale by Dong Hwan Choi, so that's not really a great loss. But he has bounced back with 2 wins since then, and he looked good in his first fight, in his first round matchup against Tomato Can, but he did look good, and, we'll see what he can do here. We'll really see what he can do here, getting a much, not even much needed, just a ginormous step up in competition from his first round matchup, from that Tomato Can to Aaron Tao. We'll see what this kid can do. He looked good in his first round matchup. I still am not loving that Shota loss, because that dude sucks. But I give him benefit of the doubt. Give him another chance. We'll see how he does here. He has good power, good striking, good grappling. See how he does against the very tough opponent. That tough opponent being the crazy man from Auckland, New Zealand, Aaron Tao, 10-1, 32 years old, probably the oldest guy in tournaments from shitty kickboxing. Obviously, we did see Aaron Tao on the Contender Series a couple years ago, lose to Elijah Smith, which is super understandable because Elijah Smith is amazing. Then he did win a fight outside the UFC and then came back, and this time on the road to UFC to get a win in his last fight against Rio Trito. Not a great win, that dude kind of sucks, and, well, not kind of, he does suck, and Tao just ran through him in a minute and a half. So, kind of running theme with a lot of these guys. They kind of, in the semifinals, they beat tomato cans in their first fight. Especially in this fight with Yin and Tao, they both kind of beat layups. So, we'll see how they do against better competition here. Tao, my bad, voice crack already. Tao is down at flyweight now. Oh no, this is bantamweight, right? Or is this flyweight? So he is down at flyweight now, because he was at bantamweight for the Elijah Smith fight, and that's just not really his weight class. But now now down at flyweight. It seems like the better move for him, and he looked good in his first fight. See how he does here. He's tough, obviously Australian. He has good grappling, good KO power. Like he's tough. He's fucking crazy. Good cardio. He's gonna be a tough out for a lot of these guys, especially if he fights these more inexperienced guys like he did in his first round matchup. He can drown them, and we'll see how Yin does. The guy who's probably not fought anyone like Tao before. We'll see how Yin does here. Gonna be an interesting fight. Gonna be a really good fight. Definitely one of the semifinals fights I was excited for after it was booked, and let's see what fucking happens, man. This is gonna be good. The bang outs for this fight have Aaron Tao minus 170 to plus 130. I don't think I would have him minus 1. I would have him a favorite, but I might move him down to like a minus 140. Like, we have seen Tao get beat skill for skill. Again, against Elijah Smith, he just got beat skill for skill. I'm not saying Yin is as good as Elijah Smith, he's not. And this is at flyweight, unlike that fight against Elijah Smith, which was at bantamweight. So, Tao does have those things on his side. Let's see, he is 3 inches shorter, with inch and a half in reach advantage. This is gonna be a good one. I could see Yin pulling it off here, keeping it on the feet and winning. I could see Tao taking him down and dominating. This is gonna be a good one. This is gonna be a very good fight. And I think I'm gonna lean Aaron Tao here. He should be able to get the win, more experienced. Again, if this dude's losing to Keiichiro, that says a lot. And I think I'm gonna pick another Aussie. This time the favorite. Give me Aaron Tao by probably decision. I don't know if he's gonna be able to finish Yin. Maybe. I wouldn't be shocked if he drowns Yin like he did his first round matchup, but I think Yin's gonna put up a good fight. Probably gonna be a really fun fight. Could easily be the best fight of the episode, and of the semifinals, whatever you want to call it. And I'm excited for this, and I'm probably gonna go with the Aussie with the craziest tattoos ever. Give me Aaron Tao by decision to make it to the finale. The finish is possible. What are people picking? Mainly finish. Interesting. If Yin's winning this fight, it has to be a decision. So good luck to him there. But I'm gonna go Aaron Tao by decision. See if he can do it. Let's see if he can get his second opportunity, get in the finale, and get a contract. Or does Yin spoil all of that and send him back packing? Gonna be a good fight, but I'm gonna go with the Aussie, Aaron Tao by decision, in what should be a very good fight. After that, we move up 10 pounds to the bantamweight semifinals, the first one, obviously, and another good fight, another New Zealand, Australian, whatever the fuck. So, man, there's a lot of those this season, but I think this guy is the last one, so that's gonna be interesting. So maybe they'll go 3-0, or maybe they go 0-3, you never know. As we have in our first bantamweight semifinal of the night, another fight I'm very excited for. I'm excited for most of these semifinals. This is gonna be a good one though. Both these guys looked great in round 1, and I'm intrigued to see who gets the win here. As we have in our first of two bantamweight semifinals, we have Lawrence, Loic, Yin, Louis versus, I'm gonna butcher this, Van Y. Nghiem? I think it's how you Nghiem. I have no idea if I'm being honest. But, yeah. Good fight. Very good fight. New Zealand versus Vietnam. That's a matchup I don't think I've ever seen in the UFC, so that's interesting. This is a good one. This is a very good fight. Louis looked phenomenal in his first. Well, he looked good. I won't say phenomenal. He looked good. And then Van did get an upset win in round one. This is a good one. Either of these guys go to the finale and win, and I wouldn't look weird or out of place. I'm excited for this one. Let's talk about the New Zealander, another city kickboxing guy, Lawrence Louis, 6-1, 29 years old, coming off a win in the first round against Jang, which was actually a banger-ass fight. From what I remember, Jang put up a good fight. Jang put up a pretty good fight. He dropped Louis, I think in round 3, was it? He had Louis pretty hurt, and he almost got finished, but Louis was able to survive and win. Louis is good. Louis is pretty good. He has really good striking, as always. He's from City Kickboxing. That's the only thing they teach. Grappling, I swear he did do a little bit of grappling in that fight. So it wasn't awful. His power's alright, and his cardio a little shaky. His chin's a little shaky, but he did look good in that first round matchup to get the win, and could easily win the bantamweight side of this tournament. He's good. He's very good. We'll see how he does. We'll see how he does here. Very interesting to see how he does, since he does, like, again, from what I remember, he looked like one of the more, like, well-rounded, like, UFC-ready guys of the first round. So we'll see if that holds true here. And he's talented. Like I said, he's really talented. He's again, I swear he did do a bit of grappling, but I could be wrong. But I know he did do a lot of striking, and that looked good. But that cardio is interesting, and that chin is interesting. So if those are fine, then this guy's really fucking good. And we'll see how Louis does here. We'll see. One more win, he's in the finale. Let's see if City Kickboxing can get 2 guys in the finale, or maybe they get none. Time will tell. Lawrence Louis is good though. He's really fucking good. And then for his opponent, also 6-1, Van Y. Nghiem. I have no idea how you say it. I don't remember. Again, from Vietnam, so I think the only other guy was Quang Lee. So we'll see if maybe Van can join him in the UFC eventually. 6-1, 26 years old. He got a knockout win in the first round, where he was actually a big underdog against Rui Mura. He did get the win. Not really, no one expected him to, so he is riding on the underdog side of things again here against Louis. Again, he got a nice knockout. You know, he has good power. We'll see how he does here. This is a big step up from Rui. Lawrence Louis. Didn't mean to rhyme like that, but it did. This is a tough test. This is one of the tougher tests you can get, especially just out of all the semi-final fighters. So, Van's good. I don't know if he looked as good as I think Louis looked in round 1, but you never know. The dude won as an underdog before. Can he do it again? I don't know. He has good power. 4 knockouts. Grappling might not be as strong too. He did get submitted once. And then he does got 2 decision wins. We'll see what this guy can do. If he can play spoiler to another favorite again. It's gonna be a lot tougher this time, because Louis is again one of the tougher matchups on the semi-final side of things. But you never know. He did it before. He can get another upset. You never know. The betting odds for this fight have Lawrence Louis minus 240 to plus 165. Yeah, I just struggle to disagree. At the lowest I would put Louis is like minus 220. Like, they should win this fight. He seems like a better fighter than Van. That's that, which maybe he is. Could he get clipped and knocked out? Yeah. What's the height? Same height. Big reach advantage for Louis. I think Lawrence should be able to win this. He should be able to keep it on feet, and I don't think Van's gonna try and take it down anyway. But Louis should be able to keep it on the feet. win by kickboxing. Like, that's, again, what he's really good at. I remember him looking really good doing that in round 1. Should be able to work again here. Van could win, you never know, but good luck. Again, Lawrence Louis, one of the harder outs on this side of the semifinals, so good luck to him there. But I'm going to pick the New Zealander, and pick the city kickboxing guy. I'm going to pick who I just think is one of the more UFC ready guys of the whole season 4 or whatever. And I'm going to go Lawrence Louis by decision. I think he'll be able to get to win here and go to finale. And I forget what the other featherweight bracket. Oh, I see what it is in the bottom. Like, you can't see it. It's right under where the screen is recording. But if the 2 dudes I pick for this featherweight semifinals win, the finale of featherweight's gonna be fucking amazing. So keep an eye out for that. But I'm gonna pick Lawrence Louis. I think he's good. One of the better fighters of the season, more if I remember correctly, and he should be able to walk away for a win here. So I'm going Lawrence Louis by decision. Should be able to get a win, and that's about that. So damn, I'm picking all the New Zealand Aussies, and that trend is probably not going to change here. As now we head to the featherweight. Oh no, actually I was wrong. I was looking at so I forget who the other bantamweight bracket is, but we'll get to that soon. As we head to our first featherweight bracket of the night, which again, my bad, I was wrong a minute ago. But the featherweight bracket's still gonna look very good, and now that I'm looking at the right fight, this could be an insane featherweight finale if the 2 dudes who should win the featherweight semifinals do win. As we have in our 4th fight of the night, our first featherweight semifinal of the night, and one of my most hyped up guys after round 1, and this is the start of that. I had 4 guys who were really hyped up, and this is the first one. As we have in our 4th fight of the night, in our first featherweight semifinal of the night, we have the big heart Chang Min Yoon versus Sebastian Szalay. Or Szalay, I think Szalay. Very good fight here. With one of the best prospects of the season, Sebastian Szalay. In this fight, this is a good one. I don't remember Chang Min Yoon too much. I remember him winning. I don't remember this fight at all, if I'm kind of giving away who I'm picking. And I think I might have did that in the recap of the round 1 anyway, if anyone actually watched that. But yeah, this is a good one. I'm very excited to see Szalay back, and let's see what happened here. First featherweight semifinal with one of the best prospects of the season. Let's talk about it. As we'll begin with the opponent, he may be overlooked to an extent. We'll see. The big heart Chang Min Yoon, 8-2-1, 31 years old. What did he do in round 1? I don't remember. He fought Jin Aoe. I don't remember this fight. I truly don't. You can go back to my recap round 1. I might even said this was a robbery. I don't remember. I think I agree with Yoon winning, and I'm even gonna go back and watch my recap for that. So, but yeah, I don't remember this fight at all. So that's kind of telling you who I'm picking. My bad. But yeah, I truly don't remember anything about this fight. Good win for Chang. He was the favorite there to win, at least betting on twice. I guess not overall. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you, this dude's fucked. He's coming from 1, which is a pretty high tier for Road to UFC. Not many guys come from, real promotions. They come from some random promotion that no one's ever heard of. So that's interesting. He does have a good record in 1. Again, maybe he's getting overlooked. I don't know. I doubt it. I truly doubt it. But, yeah, I think this dude's fucked. Because he is fighting one of the best fighters of the season, and the guy who looks, speaking of UFC ready, this dude might be it. Sebastian, Szalay, 9-1, no age, but I think it's like 28, 29, some bullshit like that. This dude is good. I forget who I compared him to in my recap. I'm gonna go back and watch that. I compared him to somebody. I swear it's like either. I swear it was like a mix of like Gunnar Nelson and Volk or some bullshit, something along those lines. I'm pretty sure that is the comparison I had from Volk and Gunnar Nelson, which I know sounds insane. But that's, I don't know, that's why I remember saying it when he beat up Jae, which that dude did go to the finale. He lost to Soo Young Yu in the finale of Season 3's tournament, so that's not a terrible win. Even though I think Jae is a terrible fighter. If you're going off fucking road to UFC wise, he was in the finale of one of them, so what does that tell you? This dude's good. Like, there's not much to say. This dude's really fucking good. He looks UFC ready. He looks good. He's a good striker. Again, Volk and Gunnar Nelson is a pretty good fucking comparison. And, I can't wait to see him fight again. He's UFC ready. And he should easily win this fight against Chang Moon Yin or whatever. Or Chang Min Yoon. And, yeah, I can't really say much else. This dude's just good. So, he should win this fight, and he's one of the best fighters in these tournaments for Season 4, so he's good. Do you bang out to agree with me? Having Sebastian Szalay minus 275 to plus 185. Yeah, you could have him minus 300, in my opinion. He should win this fight. Again, I don't even remember Yoon's first fight. I'm guessing he looked alright, but he's not gonna beat Szalay. Like, let's see. He's an inch taller with 4 inches in reach, but I just don't remember this dude, and I remember Szalay plenty because he's good. I'm excited to see Szalay again. Again, this dude is UFC ready for sure, and I'm excited to see him probably 30-27 another guy. That's what he did against Jae. That's what he should do against Min Yoon. I'm going Sebastian Szalay by decision. He's good. I'm excited to see him fight again. This is going to be a fun one. One of the better fighters of the season. Keep an eye out on this guy. Australia, you have a good one. This featherweight, you really have good featherweights. And, yeah. Give me the Aussie. Give me Volk and Gunnar Nelson combined. Give me Sebastian Szalay by decision. Could Yoon spring the upset? Of course. But will he? I have strong fucking doubts about it. Give me Sebastian Szalay by decision. One of the best fighters of the season. There you go. So, and by the way, if this is not the order the fights are in, it's Tapology. It's not my fault. But, yeah. By the way, I picked all the New Zealand or Aussies in the first 4 fights. Gonna be a good night for y'all if I'm correct. But, we'll see. After that, we get back to flyweight for our second and final semi-final fight there. We talked about Aaron Tao's fight. Now we get to who he could possibly be fighting in the finale. As we have in our second semi-final fight in the flyweight division, our 5th fight of the night overall, and another good fighter who was on my radar after the first round. One of the most interesting fighters from this season, and we'll see if he can live up to the hype. As we have in our 5th fight of the night in our second flyweight semi-final to see who's the winner of the first one fights. We have Agulali. Weird name, I know. Versus, I'm gonna butcher this, Namsrai, Steppe Warrior, Batbayar. This should be good. This should be good. Agulali was definitely one of the fighters I was keeping an eye on after that first fight, and we'll talk about that in a second. This kid's good. He's only like 21 or something. He's good. I'm excited for this one. Might be our first finish. Let's talk about it. As we'll begin with, again, the phenom, the prodigy, whatever you want to call him, the interesting prospect, Agulali, 13-1, 20 years old, coming off a first round smashing of Mirdu Salkai, an Indian, so yeah, take it with a grain of salt, but he did run through him. This kid looks good. This kid looks fucking good. He has 9 KO wins, 3 submission wins. He already has an L on his record, so that's not a worry for him. This kid looks good. He looks like he can be the future. Like, this dude is fucking good. From what I've seen in 37 seconds, he's fast, he's powerful, he's good, and I cannot wait to see him fight again, and he could easily win the flyweight bracket. He's good. He's definitely my pick to win the flyweight side of things. We'll see if he actually can. 20 years old, already better than Raul Rosas by a mile. Already more impressive than Raul Rosas has ever been. And this kid's good. Agulali, short, sweet. This kid's good. But again, you can't overlook his opponent. Just like Chang Ming Yoon. Could we see a spoiler here? As for the spoiler in this fight, it would be the opponent, Namsrai Batbayar, 8-1 from Mongolia. I think if he won, would he be the only Mongolian UFC fighter? I believe so. 24 years old. He's coming off a knockout in his own right in round 2, though, against, not even gonna try that name. He looked okay. He looked okay. I don't remember his fight much. I remember the knockout a little bit. It was a good knockout, but I don't remember much about the fight. So, there you go. He's probably decent from what I remember. I don't remember him being bad, but kind of like Chang Min Yoon, he's kind of just cannon fodder here. His one loss is, again, someone who we'll talk about soon, Tumendemberel, so that's interesting. Oh no, Tumendemberel, duh, he's Mongolian, idiot. And, we'll see how Batbayar does here. Can he spoil the fucking prospect? Or will he just be cannon fodder? You never know. Overlooked or rightfully overlooked. Time will tell. Good luck to the guy because he's gonna fucking need it. The betting odds for this fight have Agulali minus 240 to plus 165. I would agree. You could have him minus 1. You can have him minus 260. I would say 260 at highest. He should win this fight. What's the height? He's 3 inches taller, an inch shorter in reach, or half an inch in reach. He's good. He's fast. He's powerful. He should win this fight. I'm gonna go Agulali by knockout first. This kid's good. This kid looks scary. And he's not the only one of the young fighters in these brackets that looks scary. He's just the first that we're talking about. And again, he's good. Could he get spoiled by Batbayar? Of course, you never can count out the cannon fodder on road to UFC. But I think here, just like the Szalay fight, the cannon fodder is going to do their job of losing. And I'm going to go Agulali by knockout first. He's good. If he wins this fight, especially in quick fashion as expected, dude, y'all got a problem. So, give me Agulali by knockout first. This kid's good. 20 years old. He's a problem. After that, we get to our first lightweight semi-final. I guess they're trying to not do these fights because, God, nothing they wanted to happen on lightweight actually happened because, like, all the favorites lost in round 1, so now it's kind of a bunch of people no one cares about. But, I think the most interesting lightweight left is in this first fight we're talking about, so that's good at least. As we have in our first of 2 lightweight semifinals, the weight class that got completely fucked up due to upsets, but let's see which upsetter gets the win overall. As we have in our 6th fight of the night, our first lightweight semifinal of the night, we have the Battle of the Bracket Busters. I guess that's what lightweight is in this tournament, between Street Buddha, Dom, Mar, Fan versus the first prospect, Jae Hyun Park. This is interesting. This is all the lightweight fights are interesting because they're all guys no one expected to actually be here. A lot of, I think about 3 of the 4 lightweight semifinalists were underdogs in round 1. So they're really bracket busters, and now we get to see who comes out on top in this kind of fucked bracket at lightweight. So that's interesting, and I do think the best lightweight prospect out of the 4 left is in this first fight, and he's the first fighter we're going to talk about, so let's do it. Our first lightweight fight, we'll begin with the best lightweight left, in my opinion, from what I've seen, and that is the Australian. Oh god, they love Australians this season. Dam Marfan, 7-2, 25 years old, coming off maybe the most surprising win of round 1. I don't think anyone expected him to beat Yuji Yannick Yuji. That dude was super hyped up, 11-0, Japan, undefeated, blah 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 blah, and he got exposed. That dude got just Street Buddha took it to him, he broke him, and beat him. So now Dam Marfan took out maybe the favorite of the tournament. Well, let's see how he rides that high into his second fight. He did lose to Killian Salkild in his last. I think that's his only 2 losses, so you can't get mad at losing to Killian Salkild. That dude's phenomenal. And since that, he's won on a 3-fight winning streak going into this fight. This dude's good. Not the most exciting, at least in a UG fight, but his grappling's good, striking is okay, cardio's good. This dude looks alright. This dude looks like a well-rounded, decent fighter. I thought he was older, especially for how he fights, but he's only 25, which is pretty interesting. And we'll see how he does here. We'll see how he does this time, not as the giant underdog, and probably more as the favorite. How does he do? Gonna be interesting to see how he does here. And in my opinion, probably the favorite to win lightweight now. Let's see how Street Buddha does, coming off the upset of round 1. Can Dam Marfan carry that into a finale spot? Let's find out, because he will be fighting another. Park might be the only guy who actually won as a favorite at lightweight. I'm not sure, but his opponent is Jae Hyun Park, 8-3, 23 years old, from the Korean Zombie camp. This is his second stint on the road to UFC. He lost to Shin Haraguchi in his first attempt on the show. Not a great loss. I don't think Shin Haraguchi's that good from what I've seen from him, but I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. He beat Park, but then Park did come back after a 1-1 fucking bounce back, and no, he was the underdog because he beat the other maybe favorite of the tournament, Jack Becker, which that's another giant upset no one thought was gonna happen, so never mind, these are both ginormous fucking bracket busters, so that's interesting. Park looked phenomenal in that fight against Becker. He dominated him, he broke him, he finished him in round 2. Great performance by the kid, 23 years old, Korean Zombie camp, he's young. We'll see what this dude can do. They're like getting a tough test here. He's getting the other tough Australian in the bracket with Dam Marfan. See how Park does. This is going to be interesting. Can he upset another Australian and get to the finale? Time will tell. He looked good in that first fight. Good grappling, good striking, great cardio. Just gassed out Becker and won. This is going to be interesting. The battle of the bracket busters. Let's see who's able to take it here. I'm very intrigued, actually. And so are the betting odds, because clearly they don't know what the fuck is going to happen here, as it's pretty much a pick'em. It actually is a pick'em. I would probably have Dam Marfan a little bit of a favorite, probably like minus 150. But maybe that's just me. Let's see, someone has to take the win here now. Neither is the underdog. It's going to be interesting. Dam Mar is a couple inches taller and a few inches in reach. This is interesting. The 2 bracket busters, a lot of people thought this be UG versus Becker. A lot of people probably thought that, and that would have been a good fight before we saw them both get exposed. So, this is going to be interesting. I'm very excited for this fight, but I'm going to go with, in my opinion, who's going to win the lightweights, and that is Dam Marfan. Give me Dam Mar by decision. I think he'll be able to do what he did against UG, fight smart, not be the most exciting, but get the win. Not what I want to say, but I'm going to try and get a pick right. And give me Dam Marfan by decision. I not gonna count out Park, obviously. He just came off beating up hyped up Australian. But I think Don Marfan's better than Becker, and I think he's gonna be able to beat Park. So give me the Australian, give me Don Marfan. I think he'll be able to take it. I think he'll be able to win. I think he's the best lightweight left. Prove me right, prove me wrong. I'm not gonna overlook Park. It's a complete pick'em, but I'm gonna lean Don Marfan in what should be a very weird fight. I'm excited. I'm excited. Give me the Australian. Like in every fight, it's apparently Dom Marfan. After that, we're getting to the end of the tournament. We only got 3 fights left in the semifinals, and now we head back to bantamweight. So to see who could be fighting Lawrence Louis, and even God, if Lawrence Louis and who I'm gonna pick here wins, we're gonna have a phenomenal fucking finale. I cannot wait. As we have in our 7th fight of the night, our 2nd and final bantamweight semifinals tonight, and another just prodigy young dude who looks like a gangster. We'll see if he can show up to the moment again here like he did in the first round. As we have in our 7th fight of the night, my other hyped up young prospect from round 1, we have our 2nd and final bantamweight semifinal fight between this is a weird fucking name. Sulangrangbo. Gangbo, I think that's how you say it, I remember correctly, versus Cobra or Sim Cobra Kai Xiong. This is interesting. We got another very young prospect, just like Agulali. I think Gangbo is only like 22 or some shit. Very young, looked phenomenal round 1. This is a lot like the Agulali fight. Hyped up young prospect fighting the guy. We'll see what happens. We'll see if these young guys can live up to the moment. And so let's talk about it. And we'll begin with the young prospect, Sulangrangbo, who's actually, is he nephews or cousins with Sumadarji, I believe. So that's cool that Sumadarji's fighting the day after. So he's way better than Sumadarji, might add. 9-3, no age, but he's like 22 or some bullshit. In his first round matchup, he ran through Peter Danso, who was a giant favorite. And this is the one, like, I did pick Gangbo here, not because I thought he was going to win, I knew nothing about him, but I knew this Peter dude was ass, and he proved it here. Great win for Sulangrangbo, knocked him out and got the win. This kid looks good. This kid looks good. Do I think he's as good as Agulali? I'm not going to go that far, but he does look talented. He does look very talented. 8 or 6 KO wins, 1 submission, 2 decisions. Again, cousins or whatever with Sumadarji, which, as not great as Sumadarji is, he is still a pretty decent fighter, and he's obviously teaching Gangbo a lot. This kid looks good. This kid looks good. Again, a little bit overshadowed by Agulali, but he's good. He's definitely the bantamweight version of Agulali, at least tournament-wise, and we'll see if he can live up to the moment again. He had a great first round, winning as a big underdog. Can he do it again here? Let's fucking find out. I'm very intrigued to see if so, and let's see if he can live up to the hype. Let's see, with his cousin fighting, or whatever the fuck they are, brothers, fighting in a day after. Let's see if Gangbo can start the weekend off right for them. Because he is fighting from Singapore, Sim Kai Xiong, 7-1, 27 years old. He's coming off a win against Kuya Ito. I remember this fight a little bit. It was a close fight. I think I might have scored it for Ito, but it was a close fight. Not really the highest level fight. I don't remember being very impressed with Jang. I thought he looked from what I remember. Again, it was a close fight. You could have easily gave it to Ito, but whatever. Yeah, not really much to say about this guy. He's kind of like a few other. How he lost to Peter Denos. So what does that tell you? He did beat Chang Ho Lee. Yeah, he did beat Chang Ho Lee, which that's aging pretty fucking well, so good on him there. We'll see. Maybe he can spring the upset again, just like I'm saying with a lot of these guys who kind of just seem like cannon fodder, you never know. You truly never know. Again, if the fucking betting odds were always right, then that Yuji dude would have been fighting Jack Becker in her last fight. So you never know. Good luck to Sim. Again, I was not super impressed with his first fight, but I think this is a big step up from his first fight. 7-1, 27 years old, so he's a little bit older. We'll see how he does, man. Let's see how he does. The betting odds say he will lose, having Sulangrangbo minus 155 to plus 115. I would probably have Gangbo minus 190, 185. I think he should win this. He is 3 inches taller and a half inch smaller in reach. I think he should be able to win this. I don't think much of Sim Kai, and I don't remember being that impressed with him in his first fight. And I think Gangbo should win this, start the weekend off right for the Madarji clan, and yeah, get a win before his cousin fights a day later. I'm gonna go with the young phenom, 20. Again, he's like 23, 22, some shit. Again, I don't think he's Agulali good, but I think he's good. Give me Sulangrangbo by knockout in the first. I think he should be able to beat Sim Kai Xiong. If you want to go on main mass, he beat Peter. Peter knocked out Sim Kai. What does that tell you? Give me Sulangrangbo by knockout in the first. Gonna be a good one. Could, again, like I keep saying, the upset could easily happen, but I'm not gonna pick it to happen. I'm gonna go Sulangrangbo by knockout in the first, and see what happens. Can him and Agulali go to the finale? The two young phenoms in their respective divisions? Can we get Sulangrangbo versus Lawrence Louis in the bantamweight finale, which would be a fucking classic? I hope. I can't wait, and I'm so excited. Let's fucking do it. I'm going Sulangrangbo by knockout in the first. After that, we go to our second to last semi-final and our second middleweight semi-final of the night. Another, I think, now this dude's the only one who actually won as a favorite. This dude was a giant underdog. So, you know, great. The other middleweight semi-final of the night. After the Damar fan fight, we'll see what happens here in the fucked up did I say middleweight? The fucked up lightweight semi-final bracket, as we have in our second to last semi-final fight of the night and our 8th fight of the night overall. We have Yawei Ren versus Frogman saying Yuk Kim. This will be an interesting one. Ren is the only dude who actually won as a favorite at lightweight in round 1, I believe. Kim won as a giant underdog, and this is his second attempt on the show. This is going to be an interesting one. The winner of this will more than likely fight Street Buddha. This should be good. I'm intrigued in this one. But I would say this would probably be my least excited semi-final fight. So probably the worst one, if you want to say. But still should be interesting. And let's see what happens. We'll start with the only man who didn't fuck up as the favorite in round 1. Yawei Ren, 9-3, 27 years old. In his first fight in round 1, he was able to beat Denny Dafa. Again, the only favorite who actually won at lightweight in round 1. He was able to run through Dafa in about 2 minutes, which good on him there. He looked fine. Didn't really see a lot out of him where I was like, wow. But, he looked fine. Again, he's the only one who didn't fuck up as the favorite, so clearly he was doing something right compared to the other guys. And, good win for him. He did lose. Is this who I think it is? Yeah, he did lose to this guy who did fight in a contender series type of fight in round 1 and lost, and it was pretty shitty, so not a great look there. We'll see how he does here. Not really a lot. We only saw him fight for 2 minutes, so I didn't see a lot from him. And, let's see what he does here, man. Let's see what he does. Yawei Ren, the only favorite to win that lightweight in round 1. Let's see if maybe he's the one to win the whole thing. Time will tell. Let's find out, man. Let's find out. I just don't really got a lot to say about him, because he fought for 2 minutes and beat up looks to what be a looks to what he beat what looks to be a can. There we go. And then for his opponent, Frogman Sang-Yuk Kim, 12-3, 31 years old. This is his second attempt on the show. He lost to Rong Zhu in the semifinals of his first showing, which is funny, because Rong Zhu is fighting on Saturday, and then he did come back and beat Daochi as a giant underdog. So he came back with a vengeance, getting around to, was it a crucifix? Yeah, a crucifix finish. He looked good. He kind of just was the more experienced guy in that fight. He kind of just took it to Daochi and it was a veteran versus a young guy fight, and he was able to just break Daochi and get the win. He looked fine. I don't think he's that great. He did lose to Jae Hyun Park. So his only losses lately are guys who are either in the semifinals or guys who are in the UFC now. So take that as you will. He's pretty experienced, 31 years old, coming from not a great AFC, whatever the fuck that is. So, but he is one of the more experienced guys of the tournament, and we'll see how he does here. He's able to get the upset in round 1. He looked fine. We'll see what happens. He's not really a guy who looks to be like eye-popping with his wins, but he don't look to be a bad fighter either. Let's see how Frogman does. Time will tell. The betting odds for this fight actually have Kim as the favorite, which I did not expect. It's a slight favorite, but favorite nonetheless. He is much taller and much bigger reach, so that might be playing a factor. I'm a little shocked Ren ain't the favorite, since he's the only favorite to win in round 1 at lightweight, so take that as you will. But clearly that doesn't matter much, because people are leaning off the Frogman. I would probably have this... Yeah, I might stick with those odds. He should be a tiny favorite. I'm probably going to pick Frogman here. I think I was more impressed with him than I was with Ren. We saw more of him than we saw of Ren. He's much bigger than Ren. I'm going to go Frogman to get the win here. I think he should be able to win this fight. But it's definitely not a pick I'm confident in. I could see Ren winning this fight. I don't know how good Frogman really is, more than he's just really experienced. And time will tell. Time will tell with this one. Again, probably my least favorite semi-final fight, but it does have Frogman in it, so can't complain too much. And this should be interesting. So give me Sang-Yuk Kim by decision. This should be a very intriguing fight, and I'm very excited for it. Even if it's my least hyped for semi-final fight, I am still interested to see what happens there. So give me Sang-Yuk Kim by decision, and a very weird semi-final fight. Let's see if Frogman can be underdog man and get to the finale when no one thought he would, or can Ren spoil it. Tough one to call, but I'm going to Frogman by decision. After that, we get to our final semi-final fight of the night before our co-main and main event. As we have in our final semi-final fight, this time we ended at featherweight for one that's going to be very good, probably the best semi-final fight of semi-finals, and this is going to be a good one. I am extremely excited for it, as we have in our final semi-final fight, our 9th fight of the night, and our second and last semi-final at featherweight. To end off the semi-final fights, we have maybe the best one between the underdog Kaiwen Lee versus Keiichiro Nakamura. What a fight, man. Kaiwen Lee, I think it was his 3rd attempt on the road to UFC. Very experienced fighter. Versus Nakamura, who was maybe the standout fighter from him or Agulali, the standout fighter from round 1. This is gonna be good. I am extremely excited for this fight. Let's fucking do it. I can't wait. Let's talk about Kaiwen Lee again. I think this is third attempt on the road to UFC. 15-6, 29 years old, 3-1 on the road to UFC. On its first attempt, he made to the finale and lost. Oh no, this is only his second attempt. He did make to the finale last year and lost to Yiza, who is fighting Saturday. Then he did still win 2 in a row, and then he did come back, beat Deng Hyung Xiao by brutal knockout. And now he's in the semifinals again. Can he make it back to the finale? We'll see. Dude seems like a good fighter. Losing to Yiza is a little shaky because Yiza's not really known to be great. But, you know, I'll give him a break. He has been in 1, which is fine, respectable. He's still young, he's very experienced, especially just on road to UFC in general. This dude's good. This dude's definitely no slouch. He's a pretty solid fighter. And, let's see if he can finally get the job done, make it back to the finale, and maybe finally make it to the UFC. Dude's good. Dude's pretty fucking solid. But he is running into the problem that looks to be Keiichiro Nakamura. This guy's scary. 6-1. I know he doesn't look it. 26 years old. Coming off a fucking brutal knockout of Jae Hyun Park. Put him face down, ass up into the canvas. This dude's good. What I think he was trying to be like Conor, and he did fight a lot like Conor. This dude's fucking good, and this dude's gonna be a fucking problem. Unless he gets exposed here by Kaiwen, which is possible, this dude's gonna be a fucking problem. And God, if we get him and Szalay in the finale, take my money now. That would be amazing. This dude's good, and I'm very excited to see him fight again after that flawless victory of a fucking finale, or first round. This dude's good. I know I've said that like 6 times, but it's fucking true. This is a great fight. I can't fucking wait. What else could I say? The Bang on Church fight have Nakamura, a small favorite. I would probably have him like minus 140, so a little bit of a higher favorite. He should win. Kaiwen's no joke. I'm not gonna say Kaiwen's a layup or pushover, but this Nakamura dude looks like he's something special. And him, if everyone who I'm hyping up from round 1 continues their fucking hype and winning, then him and Agulali could be the 2 best fighters from this fucking season. And this dude's good. This dude is fucking good. It's a shame, man, if he fights Szalay, it's a shame one of them has to lose, but I guess sometimes it has to happen. And I cannot wait for this fight. Can't wait to see Nakamura back again. And I'm gonna go. It would be cool to see Kaiwen finally get in the UFC, but I just can't pick against Nakamura. So give me Nakamura by knockout in the first. This dude's special. This dude's fucking special. He's an inch shorter with a longer inch in reach. This is gonna be good. I cannot wait, and I'm gonna go with Nakamura by knockout in the first. Could he lose? Yes, Kaiwen could take it to him, and he could fall short and be fraud checked. I would not be shocked. But also, I'm gonna believe in the hype. I'm gonna pick Nakamura. I'm gonna say Nakamura knockout in the first. This should be good. I'm excited. Give me Nakamura by knockout in the first, and the best semifinal of the night. A banging ass fight. And I cannot wait. What a way to end the semifinals. With 2 more fights after this as well. Give me Nakamura by knockout in the first, and what should be a fucking banger. This kid is legit. Kaiwen's no joke. I cannot wait. Nakamura knockout round 1 to end the semifinal fights. Now, an hour later, we're done with all that. We got 2 more fights to break down real quick. Not gonna say a lot here because these 2 fights are. The main event's good, the co-main's kind of shitty. Let's get these out the way real quick. These are actual UFC fights, as you can see here. They will count to their record in UFC, their ranking, So, why are they here? I don't know. I agree, that's fucking stupid. but the UFC is fucking stupid, so what do you expect? Let's begin with our co-main event of the evening, our first UFC fight. After the semi-final fights are done, we get to this fight, which did change on short notice, and we'll talk about that in a minute. As we have in our co-main event of the evening, our first of 2 UFC fights on this card, for some fucking reason, we have in our co-main event of the evening maybe the worst fight on the card. This is pretty shit. Between long name himself, Nyamjargal, Art of Knockout, Tumendemberel versus Terrance, Wrong Turn, Saeteurn, I believe is how you say it. Jesus. Terrance is stepping in on short notice for Ray Saruya, who did pull out. That kind of sucks. That would have been a better fight. Now we got a Can versus this guy. Let's just get out the way. Tumendemberel back after getting robbed in his fucking debut. 8-1 now, even though he should be 9-0. 27 years old. He is coming off of the road to UFC. Funny enough, he did get a contract by just impressing. Then he did fight Carlos Hernandez, where he did get robbed. He completely won that fight, but, judges. And now he's fighting some rando. I don't think Tumendemberel's that good. He has an Art of Knockout nickname. He only has 2 knockouts. This dude's not very good. Like, he did get robbed against Hernandez, but this dude's not very good. And, yeah, I don't think much of him, to be honest. His name is longer than I care to talk about in this fight. His name's the only interesting thing about him. He fucking sucks, in my opinion. And then for his opponent, the debuting Terrance Saeteurn, 8-1. We don't know his age. Making his debut on short notice, on a winning streak. Who the fuck is this guy? Who? I don't care. This dude probably sucks. The betting odds first I have Tumendemberel minus 155 to plus 115. Sure. I'm gonna go Tumendemberel by decision. He should win this fight. I don't know who this Terrance dude is. If he's actually good, then he probably should beat Tumendemberel. But more than likely, he's not good, and he's gonna get beat up. What's the height? Inch. Okay. Give me Tumendemberel by decision. He should win this fight. Pretty simple, shitty fight. I don't care. The Ray Saruya fight would have been more interesting, and that says a lot, because Ray Saruya's ass. So, there you go. And then, finally, for our main event of the evening, a pretty decent fight. I can't lie. This is not a bad fight. This should be on the Shanghai card on Saturday, but logic. We have in our main event of Road to UFC episode 5, or whatever the fuck it's called, a fight that, if the UFC fight should be on Shanghai, but they put here, I guess, to get people to watch the Road to UFC, so they still won't, because it's at 6 in the goddamn morning. But, whatever. We still get this fight a day early, so at least something. I'm excited for it. As we have in our main event of the Chang Road to UFC semi-final episode 5, whatever. Our main event of the evening in the women's flyweight or strawweight division, our only female fight of the night. They should have done a female tournament. We always need fighters from there, but we did get this fighter from there, so we'll see what she does. As we have in our main event of the evening, the Dr. Ming versus the special one, Bruna, Brasil. Pretty decent fight. Ming making her UFC debut, quotation mark, because on the road to UFC, after winning the road to UFC almost a year ago, back in December, with one of the most brutal knockouts of last year, one of the best knockouts of last year, flatlining Feng Xiaotan, fighting the experienced but not very good Bruna Brasil. This is a good main event. I'm excited for this fight. Should be good. Let's talk about it. We'll begin with the debuting Dr. Ming, 17-5, 30 years old. 1-0 in the UFC, not really making her UFC debut here, like I said, after winning the road to UFC. Funny, she looked so mid in these first two fights, and then out of nowhere flatlines the best fighter in the bracket, it seemed. So, I don't fucking understand Ming, but she is the GOAT now, it is confirmed. She is a doctor, she is a fighter, parents don't know about it, it's weird, I don't know. But she is the GOAT is what I have learned, and she's good. She's going to be pretty good. Her striking is alright, her cardio's good. Clearly her head kicks are amazing. She's good. I'm not really sure what else to say. Excited to see her finally debut, getting a tough debut against an experienced Bruna Brasil. This should be good. Let's see what the doctor has for us. What was she prescribed this time? Time will tell. Because she is fighting the fighting nerd, the experienced, the special one, Bruna Brasil, 10-5-1, 31 years old. Speaking of fighters who made a statement with a head kick, Bruna Brasil. She, of course, coming off Contender Series where she got a knockout by head kick against Marnik Man. It's funny that they both are coming off knockout head kick, where they both got like signed off head kick knockout wins, and both were great wins. But since then, Bruna has been pretty mid, 2-3 in the UFC. Her 2 wins have been Shana Banan and Molly McCann. Her loss, my voice is gone. Her losses have been Denise Gomes, Luma Luke Bumi, and Kong Wang. Yeah, those are 2 of the worst wins you could possibly get. Shana Banan is ass. Molly McCann is Molly McCann. That speaks for itself. And her losses, Denise Gomes, very understandable. Luma Luke Bume, very understandable. Kong Wang. She did try to move up to flyweight. It clearly didn't help her much. Going back down to strawweight now, which is pretty smart. If she can make the weight easily, which seems like she can, since she is pretty big for the division. But she's just not very good. She seems to underperform a lot. Even since getting off to Fighting Nerd, she's kind of been mid. And I just don't really think much of Bruna. I was hyped for her after the Contender Series. She looked phenomenal on the Contender Series. But underwhelming performances, underwhelming wins. I just struggle to really get hype for Bruna and really be able to convince myself that she's not very good, because she's just not good. Like, that whoever was on a Contender Series was clearly different than who we've got, because that Bruna Brasil was great. This Bruna Brasil is mid and just mid, so see how she does here. If she can spoil the debut of the everyone's favorite Ming, and see what she does, man. Could this be a good win for her? Back down at strawweight. Could she finally look like the Bruna Brasil of Contender Series, or does she still look mid? She is easily the worst of the fighting nerds at the moment. Will she ever be able to change that? Time will tell. The betting odds say that she will, having her a giant favorite, -280 to +185. I don't agree. I don't know why you'd have the odds that wide. Like, she is much taller, I will give you that, and she has a giant reach, but she's just not good. How is she much better than Feng Xiaotan? I don't really think so. So, take that as you will. I just don't think highly of Bruna. I think she's, again, pretty mid, below mid, and I don't think she'd be that big of a favorite. Again, is she even that much better than Feng Xiaotan? I don't know. I would have the betting odds closer to like a pick'em. I'd probably have, like, I get having Bruna the favorite, maybe like -130, but you can't bet on Bruna being confident. She's untrustworthy. She's hot and cold. She's just not that good. And going over to Shanghai to fight Ming, who's making her debut after a beautiful fucking last win. This is an interesting one to pick, but I just can't trust Bruna. I'm gonna go the doctor. I'm gonna go Ming. I think she can get the win here. I just can't trust Bruna anymore. I don't think she's that great. And again, Is she that much better than Feng Xiaotan? I don't think so. Give me Xi Ming by decision. I think she can win this fight, not by knockout. I wish, but not by knockout. And I'm gonna go the underdog. I'm gonna go the doctor by decision. And what should be a great fight? No. What should be interesting, I'm excited to see Xi Ming debut. And this should be an interesting main event. This should be interesting. Still should be on the Shanghai card, but I'm still intrigued to see this. And let's see what the doctor can do. I'm excited, and I'm going the underdog. I'm going the doctor at home in Shanghai, China, to beat the very underachieving fighting nerd, Bruna, Brazil. Finally, an hour and 15 minutes later, it's just like my normal breakdowns. Boom. That was the card, episode, whatever you want to call it. To go over my picks one more time. Kitt Campbell by decision. Aaron Tao by decision, Lawrence Louis by decision, Sebastian Szalay by decision, Agulali by knockout in the first, Damar Fan by decision, Sulangrangbo by knockout in the first, Sang-Yuk Kim by decision, Nakamura by knockout in the first, Tumendemberel by decision, and Xi Ming by decision. Bang. I know a lot of decisions, but if you watch Road to UFC, you know decisions happen more times than not. So, I could see a few finishes though. Could happen here, maybe. Good chance it happens here. Maybe a finish here, you never know. But just, I don't see a lot of openings for finishes here. Again, it's Road to UFC, they rarely happen. And, the fights should still be good, even without the finishes. And I'm still got, 3 finishes predictions in there, so I'm happy about that, and I'm very excited for this card. I wish I could watch it live, but I'm not waking up at 6 a.m. for it, and I can't wait to watch it on Friday afternoon after it airs, and then I can't wait to recap for y'all on Saturday. So there you go. And yeah, that's about that, man. I hope you enjoyed. For anyone who actually cares about Road to UFC, or if you were watching this to see if you would care, hopefully this got you to care. Should be a fun card, even if you don't want to watch it at 6 in the morning. Fucking watch it Friday when you got time after it airs. It's on Fight Pass. It's gonna be cool. I feel like it's gonna be a good card. I cannot wait for it, so let's see what happens. Should be fun. And I'll tell you if it was fun when I recap it, like I said, on Friday. Or Saturday. I'm gonna record a recap on Friday and put it out on Saturday. So hope y'all are ready for that. Hope y'all are gonna enjoy that. And hope you enjoyed the breakdown first of all. So my first ever non-UFC card breakdown. First ever breakdown of just something outside of that. Happy it was this, which looks to be like a good card, and I'm very excited for it. So let's see what happens on Friday morning in Shanghai, and I'm excited. Hope you enjoyed. Let's see what happens on the road to the UFC. That being said, I'm tired of talking. My voice is gone. This video was way longer than it should have been, so let's end it the only way we know how, by saying, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, subscribe. 200 subs to go by the end of 2025. And unless I'm going to say something which I don't believe I am, excited for this card. Happy to get a breakdown out for something outside the UFC card. And as always, RX out. Good vibes only. And always.